Oh. Hello, welcome to a rather dull, dismal and dreary day here in Manchester. It's very wet, but then again, it is Manchester. Right then, so this week in the Muse. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to everybody last week for sorting out the thing with the counter and hexes and all that sort of stuff. Brilliant, thanks a lot, loads of help. So what I went and did is I went off and I got commands and colours ancients. So let's have a look at what arrived. What we got? What's arrived, do you think? Ooh. Should we open it? Yeah. Okay. As you may remember, last week I was talking about getting some counter and hex type game. Now, there was a lot of people were talking to me about it and stuff. Well, I thought, after looking at Board Game Geek and everything and seeing a couple of other articles and whatever, that one I give a go to is Command and Colours. So we got on the internet, didn't we? Say yes, Daddy. No? Okay. You're shy. And ordered it. Well, we ordered it on, I don't know, when was it? When did we order it? Wednesday? Wednesday afternoon. And it's here already. So it's not an unboxing as such. It's just, just to show you that I am having a go and getting into it. So let's have a quick look. Here we are. See what we get. UK Games Expo leaflet. So there you go. And here it is. Commands and Colours Ancients. I'm not going to do an unboxing or anything like that, but it's just a bit of a thing for the Muse. Just so I can show you everybody that made a comment or whatever that I do take notice of what people say. Alright, so I'll get it open and I'll have a quick look. And if there is something to report, I'll report. Are you going to play it with me? Hey? Are you? You're going to have a play? Beast Beneath's not very well at the moment. He's got pulley ears again, haven't you? We're into the vets today, aren't we? Hey? Alright. Here's the back. Looks very exciting. Lots of nice pictures and stuff. So we're going to have fun, aren't we? Hey, me and you. Hang on. Try and get the lid off. It's hard to do this one-handed, isn't it, Oscar? Hang on. Right, we've got the lid off now, haven't we? Okay, let's have a quick look at what's in the box. Well, I say, I presume those must be dice. I know you have to sticker everything, don't you? So we've got some dice. We've got all these cubes. These are made of wood, so you can keep your mouth off them and all. I think this is the cards. These are order cards, I assume. Very nice. Rule books, or rule book. Which is very... 2 books. There's a rule book and scenarios book. And this is the table. Now, this is quite nice. I thought it was paper, but it's actually cardboard, which is cool. And it's quite a decent card as well. Like a proper game board. And oops, leave it. And quick reference sheets, I think maybe. I don't know. And there's all the stickers. I don't know what these are. Yeah, reference sheets. And then that's the terrain. And those must be all the sticker sheets. So we're going to have fun, aren't we? Oi. We're going to have fun stickering. Eh? Well, that's it then. I think that's dead good. I got this. It cost me, I think it was £50 with postage. So there you go. Not bad. I thought that was quite a deal. Okay, right. On with the muse. So there you are. That's Command and Colours Ancients, and I haven't yet stuck all the stickers on. I haven't had time because it only arrived on Saturday. But I do know, obviously, that some people think, oh, it's a two-player game, whatever. But it is. But I've seen sort of ways of making it so as you can play it as a solo game. So I'll be having a look at all that. Maybe I'll even report back to everybody and say, this is how you can do it. These are some ideas. These are some things that I've discovered, and share it. Do you know what I mean? The other thing is it'll fit in quite well with Yerp. I'm going to get some of the expansions for it because that'll give different troop types, I suppose, which means I can then sort of adapt them to fit the Ancients version of the Yerp world. I mean, I've got the horse and musket version, but there is also the Ancients version. So that'll be cool, and we'll have a look at how all that works. Anyway, moving on. Right. Yeah. Oh, the monthly project. Well, if you've been on my Wargaming Life, you will have seen the monthly stuff, but I'm just dealing with some cavalry now. So, where's the cavalry? I'm starting on these. Test ones come out alright. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that anywhere, but there's a test one. Yeah, good. Enjoying it. So this is the My Wargaming Live monthly project. I'll stick a link in. It'll come up with a little thing across there probably at some point, and it'll be the general link to My Wargaming Live down below. The link up there will be for the monthly project. The other thing that I'm doing, once again, it's a My Wargaming Live thing. Plugging this community now because it's really good and it's going to be even better. Is the big build. Well, the big build is about you set yourself a little budget every month and you go and buy some figures for an army list that you've got. Well, my stuff that I bought the other day from Black Tree Design has arrived in the form of these. More about that. I'm doing a video immediately after this one, which will probably go up tomorrow, which is Tuesday, about that. So that's the big build. So look out for that video because that will sort of like give people a bit more ideas. Because there's only me that's posted anything on the group page at My Wargaming Life yet. But anyway, like I say, there'll be another link now popping up somewhere up there to that. So click that and go and have a look, and they'll be down below as well. Right then. Oh yes, the monthly thing. As I did last month, I did a little video about it. So I don't know whether to do another one this month, but we need some suggestions for next month's project. Once again, off to My Wargaming Life. God, I sound like I'm plugging something here. And go and make a suggestion. There's a little link on the side when you log in. Click that, the box opens, and you can say what you think would be a good idea to do next month, and we can have another vote. Right then, what else have I got? I've done everything on that. Oh right, I'm on to questions. Alright, I'm racing through this morning because I need to get on. Okay, so right, a few questions, well 4 actually, one we won't count. So, Robert Chisholm, he asks, how are you storing all your newly painted minis? Do you put them in an old box with a bit of tissue paper, or do you have a fancy storage case? Well, to be honest, Robert, I've got like the old-fashioned egg box storage cases from Games Workshop. I've got the fancy new ones from Games Workshop. You know, the big, well, they're not fancy new now. I'm sure they've got better ones now, but to me, they're fancy new. The ones with like little red liners and little individual things, not very good. You can only put men in. Rest of them, sort of, I don't know whether you'll see that. Some of them are on the shelves over there. The shelves there. I've got plastic boxes. You know, I haven't got any around at the moment, but you know what I mean. There's like things you can put pins and stuff in them, plastic boxes, and you can put those. Are good for ancients and small scales. I've got a big cupboard there and another cupboard there, all slowly filling up with stuff. Because obviously, I keep mentioning it, but when I got flooded, I lost loads of stuff. So it's a case I'm on a big rebuild at the moment. Obviously, I'll never rebuild all the stuff that went, but we'll have a good go. Right, next question. VK. It's a good one, this. There's so many to choose from, isn't there? So I picked ones that I know I'm going to be doing at some point in the next while. So we'll start off. And he says, if you could gain 3 big battles, which would they be? Right, so these are 3 that I want. Well, there's more than 3 that I want to do, but these are the ones that I really like the look of. The first one's in the Peninsula, and it's the Battle of Vittoria. Now, that's basically 2 battles, or maybe it's slightly more than 2 battles, because obviously there was a little village that was like the British attacked as a sort of diversionary attack, while the main force whipped up round the top of the heights. I can't remember the name of the river, but they went around this river, and then they attacked from the north. Now, the thing is, and this seems to be a constant thing with the French that I always think is quite bizarre. The commander who was in charge at the village, what's the village called? Let me have a look. Subiana or something like that. It sounds like it should be in Poland or somewhere, but anyway, it's there. He spotted like a load of people going north. I think they were Spanish and British troops went north. And he sent a message off to the dude in command of the French. And he didn't believe him. So rather than actually coming around and meeting them and trapping them, it was like a valley where before they reached the bridges. He could have cut off the British there, and that basically would have finished Wellesley off. But unfortunately, he didn't. So they went around and attacked the heights. So that's one, because that's a nice battle, because like a skirmish, sort of small scale battle at the beginning when they take the town, and there's some good counter attacks and all that sort of stuff. And then later on, there's the assault on the bridges and the taking of the heights, and the scarping of the French. I think they went to Madrid. Can't remember. I'm sure somebody will know. Anyway, right. Next one will be the Milvian Bridge battle. Now, this is a good one because it's early on in Constantine's reign. He's just been declared emperor, and he's based in Germany. And he goes south to sort of... he doesn't go to attack. He doesn't become aggressive. He sort of like goes and sits in the south of his part of Gaul. And basically, I always get the names wrong. Maximus is his dad. Maxentius or something like that is the son. And basically what's happened is the son has ousted the dad from being the emperor. And he's got all sorts of stuff going on. And basically Constantine decides, right, I've had enough of this. And he goes and attacks Maxentius. And he starts to come down into Italy. And the bridge is where this big decisive battle, and Maxentius gets absolutely floored. Constantine goes off down to Rome and basically secures the whole of the Western Empire. Because at that time, you see, the empire there was I don't know whether there was 3 or 4 Caesars. They were all over the place. It was like a right mess. And basically, that's the start of when Constantine actually begins to sort of consolidate the Roman Empire, and you see the rise of Christianity and all of the beginnings of the Byzantium Empire before the schism. Anyway, so there you go. That's the second one. That's a good one. That's one you can play with not much room because it's not a massive frontage. Anyway, there you go. Then the other one is the Battle of Dara. Now, the reason I like the Battle of Dara is if you've ever read the Warrior of Rome series, I just think it starts off in Dara. Don't know what he calls it, but it's sort of like middle, but it is essentially Dara. And that's the Sassanids campaign. I think it's 430-ish something like that, 428, 430, I can't remember. But anyway, the Romans are completely outnumbered. I mean, on paper, the Sassanian army should absolutely floor them, but they don't. They get defeated. What's his name? Belair. They've got funny names. Why do they have names like Dave? Belarius or somebody. He's the commander, and he sets up all this great defensive stuff and everything, and manages to see off the Sassanians, and basically they go back to wherever it is, and the tail between the legs and stuff. The only problem is next year they get wiped. The Romans get completely wiped out, but that's another story. But Dash is a good one because it's like there's a lot of cavalry action, defensive actions, and then there's obviously the siege and the counter attacks and all that. So it's one of these ones that you can do lots of things. It takes a while. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. I first saw that on Time Commanders actually many years ago. So if you don't know what Time Commanders is, Google it, because it's basically like what's it called? Total War. It's like a version of Total War, but it's done with teams, and it actually is Total War. It's not that's the software that they use in this TV program, but because of the BBC not wanting to sort of advertise, it doesn't say that it's Total War. So, but it is. Anyway, so that's cool. Those are the 3 battles I'd like to do. Right, next question. Paul Alba. He says, nice musing. Sorry. Do you ever buy or paint standalone figures to have sitting about, or do you stick strictly to building armies? Well, to be honest, Paul, I used to do a lot of just paint one off. I have done some. I've got some at the moment, but like I say, because of this rebuilding thing and getting into all the new stuff that I'm getting into, I don't really have the time to paint standalone things. I've got ones that I want to paint standalone. Little dioramas and stuff. I've got a box that I put things in. That'll be good for a diorama. I'll get that done. I've got Jamie's tank, the one from Rubicon Models to do. So that's one I want to get done sometime in the next few months, because Dread sent me a load of like resin up and stuff, and I just need to get some figures for it, and I can't find the right figures at the moment. So I don't know. I was going to do a basically the Hanomag was captured. It's set up to be a first aid one, an ambulance, and the Americans had repainted it, and it was that was my diorama. But unfortunately, I can't find any non-comic book American troops that would suit the role. So it might just have to be Germans, because I found some German medics. So yeah, I do standalone stuff when I can sort of focus on it. I enjoy doing it. I used to like doing dioramas. Great. Right then, next question. Now this is the question that I'm going to say it because, do you know what I mean? It's Nick, and basically he says, if I could only ever watch 3 YouTube channels for the rest of my life, what would they be? Well, I'm not going to commit YouTube suicide and pick any one channel out over the other, because all the channels are brilliant, and I could never see myself in a situation where I'd only be able to watch 3 YouTube channels. So there you go, Nick. Hope that answers your question. So that's it then. That's the news for this week. Like I said, I tried to be as quick as I possibly could, and give you as much information as I could. That's about it, really. I've now got to go and do the big build video. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. Any questions, stick them below, and don't forget, go and sign up to my Wargaming Life. Bye!